Hello, Creative Gems. Welcome back to Creativity. And if you're new here, I'm so glad you found my channel because today we're going to make a number of different table decor pieces that will glam up your home. With that said, let's jump right in with our first decor piece, starting with this Dollar Tree napkin holder. Along with that, I've also got a few leftover Christmas ornament balls from the holidays that I'm going to use to embellish the silver chrome napkin holder. Some of you who have seen some of my other home decor already know that I love to make an assortment of home decor pieces like wall decor and mirrors using holiday ornaments. I'll just use a tiny bit of hot glue to adhere the ornament balls to the bottom of the napkin holder. We'll use a total of 3 of these medium-sized ornament balls, and then for color contrast and to keep the chrome theme, I'll slip in 2 smaller silver ornament balls in the small gap between these 2 ornament balls. I love the finish of these silver ornament balls because they have a mirror-like finish. Now, we're not done with this napkin holder yet, but we're going to set it aside so we can work on this glass tea light holder. And then I'll show you in a bit how we're going to merge it with a napkin holder to make a very unique one-of-a-kind table decor piece. Here I'm using a regular paintbrush to apply some Mod Podge to the long stem of this tea light holder. And I don't know if you know this, but Mod Podge actually comes in a few different finishes including matte, gloss, and glitter. But for this tea light holder, any finish will do. Once the Mod Podge is applied, we're going to take some silver glitter and sprinkle a generous amount all over where the Mod Podge was applied onto the stem. And don't worry about the fallout. I always save the fallout and use a funnel to return the fallout back into the glitter bottle so there's absolutely no wastage. And also, here's a quick tip. When you're working with Mod Podge and glitter, instead of applying a final coat of Mod Podge after you have applied your silver glitter, save some time by spraying some hairspray on it instead. The hairspray is slightly sticky but dries quickly to set all the glitter in place within a couple of minutes, so you don't have to wait a half hour for the Mod Podge to dry fully. And once everything is dry, you can check to make sure there's no loose glitter. If there is any, you can just spray a bit more hairspray. With our glass tea light holder dry, I'm going to take the napkin holder and stand it up on its side so the balls are vertical, and then slip the glass tea light holder through the middle where the napkins would normally rest. To keep the 2 pieces in place, we'll want to add a little bit of hot glue where the glass base will make contact with the napkin holder. Then slip the tea light holder back into place. As a final touch for this first table decor piece, I'm going to embellish the rim of the tea light holder with some bling ribbon. The ribbon I'm using is self-adhesive, so no additional glue is required. If you don't have any of this ribbon, you could simply embellish the rim with some more silver glitter, or maybe adhere some small white pearl beads around the rim. Or you can leave it as is and it will still look very pretty. And by the way, did any of you notice that I changed my workspace background earlier? I received some feedback from a couple of you saying that it's sometimes difficult to see the craft pieces clearly against a white background. I think it's probably because I craft with a lot of white, silver, and other light colors, so there's often not a lot of color contrast. So I decided to experiment with a black workspace background, and I'll be flipping between black and white throughout this video, and I would love to get your feedback on which one you prefer. And with that said, here's the final look for our first table decor piece. This tea light holder is so unique and was made from all Dollar Tree products, so it really only cost a few dollars to make. And here's what it looks like with a battery operated tea light inside. And here's another one I made by stacking a few Dollar Tree silver napkin rings inside the napkin ring that I adorned with diamond shaped gems. I turned this one into a vase to hold dried flowers. Comment down below with the words table decor and let me know what you think of these napkin holder decor pieces. I would love to hear your feedback, and I would also be curious to know if you would make one of these decor pieces for your home as well. In the meantime, let's continue with our second decor piece. Here I have a tall, clear acrylic cylindrical vase from the Dollar Tree. This one measures 11 inches tall, so it's almost a foot tall. I'm going to take some of the same bling ribbon we used earlier and cut a few strips to embellish the vase. You'll notice that the ribbon strips I'm cutting are slightly shorter than the vase itself, and you'll know why when I show you shortly. In the meantime, I would like to take a moment to thank you for tuning in to today's craft project. If you enjoy glam home decor and DIY crafts on a budget, please help me grow my channel by hitting that subscribe button. And if you like what you see today, please give me a thumbs up as well so the YouTube gods will continue to recommend my channel to other viewers like you. And the best part is, subscribing and giving me a thumbs up is absolutely free, but will make a world of difference to me and my channel. I have this silver candle holder also from the Dollar Tree, and I love it because, of course, it has a mirror-like chrome finish. We're going to sit the tall vase on top of it, but notice that one end of the candle holder is larger than the other end, and it has a bit of a ridge, so when you place a vase on top of it, the vase doesn't quite sit properly. So we're going to turn the candle holder upside down and place the vase on the other end instead. And with that done, let's set that aside for the time being so we can take a look at this lampshade. This lampshade was on sale for $1.99. I think I got it at Hobby Lobby many years ago. And finally, today we're going to use it to make our lamp. We'll just remove the plastic wrap and then figure out how we're going to embellish this lampshade. So unfortunately, when I removed all the plastic that was wrapped around the lampshade, I discovered that lampshade was actually in very bad shape. It literally fell apart after I removed the plastic, so we're going to have to improvise. This is an old lampshade I made from a previous craft project. It's actually a white wired basket from the Dollar Tree that I painted silver gray, and then I attached these acrylic garland beads to it. We're going to have to do a bit of additional work on the top to make it prettier, but before we do that, let me show you what I was able to salvage from the Hobby Lobby lampshade. I managed to keep the metal frame from the inside of the lampshade, and so we're going to insert it into this basket lampshade. We'll press it down as far as it goes, but also I'm going to make sure it's not lopsided. I'll also show you shortly how we're going to power up this lamp. For now, we'll turn the shade over. To make the top of the shade a bit prettier, I'm going to adhere a string of silver beaded necklace to hide the ends of the garlands that are glued to the basket. And if you're still with me, drop me a note with the words table decor and let me know in the comments what your favorite table decor is. Do you like candles, trays, lamps, or do you have other favorites like a vase of flowers? For me, I don't think I have a single table surface without something adorning it. Typically, I like to place a mirrored tray onto the table surface, and then I sit a couple of candle holders, a lantern, or a vase of flowers. Inevitably, they become great conversation pieces when guests visit. And with that done, we're also going to take one of these plastic wine glasses to create a little finial to place on top of the lampshade. We're actually going to remove the silver base from one of the wine glasses, and they do come apart quite easily, as you can see. And I have this large diamond-shaped acrylic gem that we're going to place on top. Once you have a little hot glue applied to the inside of the tip of the base, insert the pointy end of the gem into the base. The glue will dry in a few seconds, and then the whole thing is ready to place on top of the lampshade. And I'm also going to continue embellishing the top of the lampshade by adding another string of silver beaded necklace around the finial. Of course, it's your choice how far you want to go with the embellishments. And here's the final look for our table lamp with the lampshade placed on top of the vase. With the metal frame that I was able to salvage from the old Hobby Lobby lampshade, it allowed me to hang a wireless light bulb inside. I can power the lamp on using a remote. But if you don't have any wireless light bulbs, you could simply place a battery operated puck light inside as well. And with that said, here's what the lamp looks like powered on. With the vase being clear and the wire basket as a lampshade, the light emits beautifully to light up the space. Comment down below with the word table decor and let me know what you think of having a fancy lamp as table decor. In the meantime, let's move on to our next table decor craft project. Here I have a metal serving tray. This is a nickel-plated iron serving tray from the Dollar Tree. It has a beautiful reflective finish, and I'm not sure if the camera is able to pick it up, but the tray also has some beautiful etching in the center. But what the tray doesn't have are handles, so we're going to make some handles and add them to the tray. Here I have some plastic coffee cups from the Dollar Tree. The cups come in a 4-pack and each cup has a silver handle. So we're going to go ahead and cut the handles right off each of the plastic mugs. To help me to do that, I'm going to use my soldering tool. This soldering tool gets extremely hot very quickly, so I'm actually going to keep it at the lowest temperature setting. It only takes a few seconds for the soldering tool to heat up, and then I'm going to apply the hot tip to the inside of the handle where it joins at the rim of the mug. And I found the easiest way to cut away at the handle is to simply place the entire mug with the opening face down on the table surface. Then apply the hot tip in several short strokes until you can simply snap off the handle. You want to be able to snap it off cleanly so there is as little jagged edges as possible. It may not be perfectly straight, and if you do have any jagged edges, you can simply use the hot tip from the soldering tool to smooth it out. And I'll continue this process until I have all 4 handles removed. Using a little bit of hot glue, we'll adhere 2 of the mug handles to each side of the tray. At this point, I decided I also wanted to give the tray a little bit of height. So I'll be making some legs for the tray using these leftover Christmas ornament balls. I have removed the little caps off each, and then I'm going to insert the pointy end of a small diamond-shaped acrylic gem inside. To keep the 2 pieces together, I've added a tiny bit of hot glue, and when applying the gem, double check to make sure that it's inserted straight. When we apply the legs to the bottom of the tray, we'll place one on each corner. You can either choose to apply the ornament ball directly to the tray, or you can turn it the other way and glue the gem to the tray instead. For my tray, I want to be able to see the gem when it's sitting on the table, so I'll opt to glue the ornament ball directly to the bottom of the tray. Again, a little bit of hot glue is all you need because hot glue bonds plastic and metal together extremely well. And with that done, here's what our serving tray looks like with the legs added. But I'm feeling like the handles are looking a little plain, so I'm going to go ahead and bling them out by adding some gems. This step, of course, is optional if you think less is more, but for me, you know what I usually say, the more bling, the better. And while we work on this, let me know in the comments if you have made any trays recently. On my channel, I love to make trays out of picture frames, whether it's picture frames from the Dollar Tree or old picture frames I pick up at yard sales. I also like to take old mirrors, glam them up, and then bling them out into vanity trays as well. And by the way, all the tools I'm using today, including the soldering tool I used earlier, as well as the gem picker tool I'm using right now to embellish the tray handles, are all listed in the video description. I also have a curated list of dollar store alternatives in case you're looking for crafting supplies and materials that are not available at your local dollar store. Just make sure you check my video description for the links if you ever have any questions about my crafting tools and supplies. And you can feel free to drop me a note in the comments section with any of your questions. I actually read every single one of your comments, including all the wonderful feedback and the occasional questions you guys ask. So if you want to ask me something, I'll be sure to reply back to you. And here's the final look for our serving tray. The legs add extra glam and height to the tray, and the handles are so beautiful with the way they curve. And with the reflective finish of the tray, this tray will upscale any table surface in your home. And here's the final look of all the table decor pieces. Let me know in the comments which one from today is your favorite. In the meantime, I hope you stick around and check out some of my other glam home decor crafts.